We're back. Welcome to the Stephon Devereux Show. I'm your host, Stephon Devereux. I want to thank you for joining me. Man, woo! You know, we're going to talk about today, right? We're going to talk about some pro wrestling. Oh, man. Why? Because we just finished up with the most stupendous WrestleMania ever, as they called it. It is all right. No, actually, this WrestleMania was really, 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 really good. It was really good. It was really good. Sometimes the big boys got to come out there and show the little guys, how to get things done. Nothing against you, Tiny. Nothing against the other promoters who are out here still disrespecting this company, the World Wrestling Entertainment, formerly the World Wrestling Federation. I'm so thankful to these guys for giving me, myself, even my wife, son, other family members, and friends, and the fans around the world, man, giving us 2 nights of incredible action. Actually 3, because I'm going to have to toss in the Hall of Fame as well. I thought the Hall of Fame speeches were, wow. But let's start with the Hall of Fame. So the Hall of Fame ceremony, we had 5 inductees. One was a Warrior Award. What would you call it? You would call that a winner, but someone was given a Warrior Award. And I'll be honest with you, low key, the best speech. People were going to say The Undertaker because the Undertaker, he did some here. Let me grab my headphone or my headset microphone, and I'm gonna walk around the ring and give these fans, something that they haven't seen in a long time, and that's The Undertaker just sitting there talking. And he talked for about an hour, and it was a really, really good speech. But I'm gonna give Queen Sharmell. Hey yo, Queen Sharmell did her thing last night, or at the Hall of Fame. She did her thing, and I was so impressed. Her speech really inspired me, and I'm pretty sure it inspired millions of other people. People say, "Well, probably more girls," but who cares? I mean, it inspired people. It inspired me. I got to give her so much credit. Um, the things she talked about in her speech, got to me, especially, looking at her husband and saying, you know, um, fairy tales do come true. And that was special. She talked about how they're, getting the next generation ready, with their company that they have, Reality of Wrestling. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. But I'll be real with you, man. Like, she got me. Um, I was very, very surprised. She spoke eloquently. uh, she was not Queen Sharmell. She was Sharmell. She was Sharmell. She was Mrs. Sharmell Huffman. And it was just awesome. It was awesome. Her speech was awesome. Undertaker, like I said, he got me. He got me too, man. Got me too. Thinking about his career being over. They went back and was looking at Triple H a couple times. You seen a look in his eyes. I mean, that got me too, man. But The Undertaker, Hall of Fame now. He said, never say never, by the way. Another speech. Don't get me wrong. I was really excited about the Steiner brothers going in. Okay. Their speech was okay. The speech was all right. Shad Gaspard's family, son and his wife. Yeah. The one thing that got me was, out of her speech was the son looking down the whole time and the sadness in his eyes every time he looked up. Broke me, man. That one broke me. His dad was his everything. And I get it. My stepfather, that was my guy. It was my stepfather who encouraged me to do what I'm doing now, broadcasting and professional wrestling. He's the guy who encouraged me, um, So I got that, man. That broke my heart. That broke my heart. I was happy to see JTG, my man. We need to get that dude up here at PWX. I'm not gonna lie. We need to get JTG up here at PWX, man. He looking good. I was happy to see him out there with the family because he is family. So that was awesome. That was awesome. But that's pretty much what I got from the Hall of Fame ceremony. Yeah, that was it. Nothing against the Vader family, nothing against Vader's family or nothing, but it didn't stick out either, So that's cool. It's okay, Not every speech is supposed to stick out, It was cool, but it didn't stick out to me. But anyway, let's move on to the reason why we was there that weekend in Dallas, Texas. Why I didn't go to Dallas. I wish I would have, because I would have been there this time. I was in Dallas last year, chilling at South Fork Ranch. Be back this year. Anyway, some of my, people were saying, they were talking a lot of stuff about a couple of these matches, and I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't have no issue with these matches, really. I'll just talk about the ones that stood out. The one that stood out the most, and I'll be real with you, man, seriously, was Austin versus Kevin Owens. Austin and Owens, dude. I put on my timeline, my Facebook timeline, I said, look, man, I wouldn't mind seeing 3 to 5 more Austin no-holds-barred matches, over the next couple of years, if that's what he chooses to do. There was rumors going around that he was using this match as a test match to see if he still got it, to do these no-holds-barred matches, and do a couple over in Saudi Arabia, because from what we're being told, this dude was offered a ton of money, a ton of money per match. I'm hearing like $5 million per match, and they just want him for a few matches. Yeah, so that's interesting. I would love to see Steve Austin 3 to 5 matches. If he wants to just do 3, I'll be happy. Okay, and he can even take the Mania match as number 1. And get 2 more matches over in Saudi Arabia, or, 1 more at WrestleMania next year. Yeah, man. That money might be hard to turn down if he can brawl the way he did, because that's what he was known for as Steve Austin anyway. This wasn't stunning Steve Austin anymore. This was the rattlesnake Steve Austin. He was a brawler. So he did a brawl. We watched a 90s style main event pretty much in that match. And I'm a 90s style main event guy. The crowd, going to the crowd and I love that stuff, because, hey, anything happen. And that's what the wrestling business was supposed to be about back then, during that time, the 90s. Anything happened. But we could use a little bit of that right now. But anyway, that match took me. That match right there took me. Also, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda. Now, people were complaining about that. Oh, well, it was supposed to be sloppy. It was supposed to look sloppy. Ronda Rousey is not. She hasn't been in the business, 3-4 years? She's wrestled, a couple matches here? I mean, let's be real. She's not supposed to be Kurt Angle. Yet. Remember, she took time off, had the baby and everything. She's not supposed to be Kurt Angle yet. If she dedicated herself, Ronda Rousey's going to be a bad chick. I mean, some of her people say, oh, she does the same move. She's a MMA fighter. What is she supposed to do? That's her gimmick in the WWE. You get that, right? I'm tired of these marks. Anyway, but I enjoyed that match. That match was good. Was it better than Becky and Bianca? Of course not. Of course not. But it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be Charlotte and Ronda going in there and beating each other up. That's what it was supposed to be. Becky and Bianca, we were expecting a classic women's match. And guess what we got? I won't go out there, like the one guy who does the newsletter, they call him Uncle, but I won't go out there and say, oh, it's a 5-star match. And anyway. Oh, yeah, I do impressions a lot of that guy, especially. But, yeah, it was I. It was I for what I expected. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was good. You fans, Go out there and cry. See, that's the problem with wrestling now. These fans don't enjoy the matches. The smart marks don't enjoy the matches. They sit there and act like they critics for the daggone New York Times, bruh. Stop. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and people, you may not know this guy. I mean, if you're an old school WCW, if you're an old school Florida guy, if you're an old Bob Cook, it's my guy. And he once told me years ago, dude, just sit back and enjoy it. He hit me up on social media to tell me that. Just enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy it. Have fun. As soon as I was able to do that, as soon as I did that, it snapped. Because how am I going to critique guys who were making money? Money. These guys at WWE make serious money. Understand that. But they come and show, they prove, they get how great they, I'm just saying, that's what they do. This is what they do. They can put on a great show anytime they want. Anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked there, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Don't forget, man, we got Pro Wrestling Express coming up. Man, April 9th. Can't wait. Go to ProWrestlingExpress.com, and that's Express without the E. It's Pro Wrestling Express. Anyway, I'll put the link in the description and so forth. Oh, man. But that WrestleMania was awesome. I'm going to continue to talk about this first night because guess what? Welcome home, baby bro. Welcome home, baby bro. Welcome home, baby bro. Oh, yeah. See, now we're going to get on my man Tiny Coin now. Let's get on Tiny. Let's get on him. Bro. You see what this guy, you see what the man, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, did in one night that you couldn't do in 2-3 years? He made Cody Rhodes relevant. Dude, that night, before the match, after the match, I mean, there was articles dropping, interviews with Cody Rhodes. They were dropping, bruh. Cody Rhodes came back to the WWE at WrestleMania to face Seth Rollins as a superstar. He did all the TV. He did TV shows. He did it and was not as relevant as he was until he stepped in. Man, when that music hit and they seen that daggone tattoo, they seen his symbol, the fans went nuts. Remember, Cody was supposed to be, anyway, you know, this is Dusty Rhodes' son, and I'm not the biggest look. I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh, Cody, you know, Cody's the man. I mean, I got to, I'm not out here, you know, kissing booty. You ain't seeing no chapstick on my lips attached to somebody's ass. Let's be real. But I respect Cody. I respect the dude. He's been around the business his whole life. And he probably seen some crap down there that time he was doing. And he was vocal about it. Wanted a pay increase for his new deal. He said, I need more money, bro. If you want me to deal with this headache, I need more money. Tiny said, no. You got to get more money. Oh, my fault. No, I'm not giving you no more money because... Yes, Tiny Khan. But Cody said to himself, dude, what the hell am I doing here? Oh, there was rumors. Oh, Tiny Khan. I mean, Cody said he'll come back if he could be the booker of Ring of Honor. Look, take it from a guy who knows. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Trust me. I don't think Cody wanted all of that on his plate when he has aspirations of being a superstar outside of professional wrestling. Let's be real. Ring of Honor booker, such a, oh my God, these marks be killing me, man. Anyway, Cody got the deal. Cody back home. Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Doors open. And guess what I heard? You know, reading some of these. He's coming back for one thing. He's coming back for one thing. And that's to win that new undisputed championship. Mark my words. Like he said in one interview, I think it was Variety, told him he wants to do something his father never was able to accomplish. Went as far as saying he even now owns that WWF championship that Billy Graham held that night that his father wrestled him at Madison Square Garden. Yeah. This is the kid's dream now. I'm not mad. He didn't want to be, and I said something. How did you, because he didn't want to be the AEW champion. This is where he wanted to be, bruh. From day one, he just got upset because he felt but he went out there and proved that he can do it on his own. And that's what Vince respected about this kid. Guarantee you. Hell, kid, you went out there and you did it. Now welcome home. Because they always come home. I mean, duh. So I try to tell people about PWX, Pro Wrestling Express. No matter how much so-called heat we have, they found their way home. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be next week, but they found their way home. Cody Rhodes is home, baby. I'm so excited about that, yeah. All right, so we'll move on. To the second night. I did tell you I enjoyed that Austin. Okay. Austin beating up on Kevin Owens. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Look, that second night, look, I said first night one was incredible, on my Facebook page. And I said it was incredible. You were going to have to beat that? Oh, man. Night two had a different flavor. Night two wasn't competing with those guys. That was the best part. It was like night two was just putting their own work out. And look at the celebrities, the host of celebrities. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. Logan Paul? Oh, come get this money, buddy. You got it. How are these celebrities coming in this business and looking better than some of these damn wrestlers? How? Maybe it's because they respect it. They still think of it as real. They treat it like it is. They also know that this is a show business. Look at Bad Bunny, man. You're going to tell me Bad Bunny didn't go out there and do his thing? Oh, man, come on, man. Think about that. And now you got Paul brother. Oh, heat, bruh. He and Miz, that's a money feud. Miz, you did it again, man. Look, this is what I love about Miz. I was happy that Ray and his son didn't win. Thank you. I wanted to see the Miz win this match. I like the Miz could, anyway, you understand the man's special. But anyway, you get into this night two real quick though. Only standout stuff that, that got me was Pat McAfee, man. Pat. I kind of figured she can do this because, dude, you're just too animated. And I figured you get it. You get it. You get it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed you beating up on Austin Theory. I thought it was really funny when Vince, decided to do the match and the impromptu. That was fun. It was fun. Vince, 70 years old, 76 years old. Let's just say he wouldn't let Flair or anybody else do it, but since it's his company, he'll do it. Another takeaway was, he was getting a lot of offense in, but Pat McAfee had just went through a hell of a match with the other kid. So of course he wasn't going to look like he was, he wasn't going to be in tip-top shape. Just got them. So of course Vince is going to be able to get some things done. I didn't like that Vince won, but oh well. Set up for what happened afterwards, and that was Stone Cold. Now, here's the thing. We got all these marks laughing, and some wrestlers who are laughing at the way Vince took the bump, took the stunner. Mick Foley. The man is 76 years old, bro. And hold on. And let's he's 76 years old, and he looks better than probably half the guys, especially on the indies. Because I had to check a few on them, these indie dudes. Had to check them dudes. Like, bro, hold up. Y'all laughing at the way he took the stunner, but damn, it's a 76-year-old man that look better than y'all. And have you seen yourselves wrestle recently? Some of these indie dudes, man, I'm sorry. Y'all need to, man, check yourselves. Seriously. There's nothing special about y'all. If there was, you'd be drawing money. You know, I had this idiot hit me up. I was trying to talk business with this idiot, and he told me, I said, dude, so what is it going to take to bring you in? Let me tell you what this dude told me. And I'm not going to tell you who he was. But they was like 250. Indie scene guy. Bruh. 250. You can't even draw 10 tickets. You can't sell 10 tickets at $20 a piece. And I'm still being a hole. But these dudes out here, they run their mouth, they talk stuff like they big and bad. Come on, man. A 76-year-old man is out working y'all. A 60-year-old man was out working y'all the night before. And I'm not talking about the guys in the WWE, because they was putting a show on. I'm talking about these indie dudes out here who think they bad, who think they good, who big and better. I'm worth this and that. Sell a t-shirt, bro. No, sell a ticket first, then have that person come into the show to see you wrestle and think you're good enough to buy a t-shirt and then buy another ticket to the next show. I won't see that. Anyway, disrespecting the boss, disrespecting Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Crackheads. But the match that stole the night, in my opinion, was of course AJ Styles and Edge. I was looking forward to that match more than any other match on the show for those two nights, I swear, because I knew what these guys can do. And that finish, I wasn't too happy about the finish, man. I wanted AJ to win, but yeah, man. Edge, hey, bro, as long as you're cutting down on all that high risk, Edge, you can go for another 5 years if you want, bro. You can go. Now, I was a little afraid when you were taking that Styles clash, you know. I was like, oh, no, good, please don't, you know. But other than that, man, that was, stole the show. Stole the show, in my opinion, you know. Was very happy about that match, except for the ending. We're going to have to talk about this, whoever's writing up there at WWE land. That was a cool match. I enjoyed that match. Oh, real quick, isn't it funny that when Steve Austin came out the second night and did that with Vince, did the stunner on Vince and so forth, the guy was smiling the whole time, man. The dude was seriously enjoying it. Steve Austin was he was enjoying it. And, you know, I got my beef with Steve on some personal stuff, and it's none of my business what he does in his home. But, you know, I got some issues with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what his wife came out and said, but that's their business, ex-wife. You know, what Deborah came out and said, anyway. She forgave him, that's their business. But it was kind of nice to see the dude smiling, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping everything's going good in his life. And, you know, my prayers up and, you know, on this earth for my man, Steve Austin. Because I actually do like Steve, man. You know what I'm saying? The character Steve Austin, it's my dude. Always loved Steve Austin. Stunning Steve Austin to the Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That was my guy, you know. But we got to get into this main event. Roman versus Brock. Hard-hitting main event. This main event reminded me of some of the old school main events that Hogan used to be in. You know, especially when it's against a bigger guy or whatever. It was hard hitting, you know. The match wasn't a long match. All you needed was 10 to 15 minutes to go out there. The fans were into it. The fans were shocked that Roman won. I think people were more shocked of how he won, but I think we're going to hear about that coming up soon. They were talking about he really injured his arm. If you look at the photos, go back and look at the match. But I'll tell you this, he finished the match, and he unified the championship. Man, unified the titles. Now, people can say, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? What we care about is what happened at WrestleMania 38, and he beat Brock Lesnar to become the unified champion. I was shocked. I know the fans were shocked. I'm watching this match thinking, okay, how are they going to do this ending? I have my scenarios, and, it was going through my head. I'm thinking, okay, and they did a wonderful job. All in all, this was probably, I won't say it was probably one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time. WrestleMania 3 is definitely my favorite of all time. But this Mania was really good. It was really good. It was a lot better than people expected. It was a lot better than I expected. The whole weekend was awesome, the WWE proves that they can do it when they want to. I just wish they want to do it a little bit more because, man, I know what the grind is to create a new show every week. I get it. You got to be on your P's and creative, and you're dealing with the boss, and you're dealing with other people outside, and you're dealing with the talent. I get that. But y'all, man, if y'all can figure out a way to throw some seasoning on them potatoes that y'all service every Monday night, you know what I'm saying? Maybe throw a little steak on the side, something. Them ratings can actually pop back up quickly. Y'all have proven y'all can do this. Why not do it on a regular basis? Not just once a year, guys, or twice a year when you get, a SummerSlam. Come on. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be finding new ways to bring fans like myself who have not watched wrestling, the way I used to, in the past 20 years. This is how y'all get people like myself back, because y'all get us excited about certain characters, certain storylines. I would love to see more of this. If you can do this, WWE, I promise you. Well, actually, y'all don't care because y'all making billions. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all making that money. So, okay, do whatever whatever works for y'all. I know I just probably won't be watching it on a regular basis, like I was years ago. And, who knows? If y'all can get look, who knows? Who knows? But other than that, it was an awesome WrestleMania. Again, stuff that stood out. AJ, Edge, Roman finishing a match injured, because I believe he really was. Cody Rhodes, we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully Dustin comes back too, because, man, Austin both nights, Austin both nights, that was cool. It gave the fans something to really, really be happy about. Wrestling that first night, kind of had a feeling it was going to happen because we was hearing about it, but for them to actually do it, that was cool, man. Side note, Kevin Owens, bro, I get it. You meet your hero when you're a kid and you get to wrestle him 20 years later, bro. I know that felt awesome. But yeah, dude, I just think this was a good WrestleMania. If you go up to 5 stars, no, I'm sorry, I'm not giving that guy any credit. If we had to do 4 stars, go up from 1 to 4 stars, I'm going to give this a solid 3 3/4. Really, I'm going to give it a solid 3 3/4. One thing I didn't get was the New Day match. Okay, I get, because that was cut from the night before. But that was one thing I really didn't get. I didn't like that match, New Day versus Sheamus and his homies. I think it was okay. New Day's not the same without Big E. Get healthy, my brother, my homie, my brother, whatever. Get healthy, bruh. And other than that, what I'm saying, we'll see what happens with Roman. We'll see what happens with any other injuries. The one kid in the first match, in the Usos match. Oh man, I forgot his name. Of course, it just I hate when that happens sometimes because I didn't write it down. But speedy recovery, bro. Because man, that was bad. That injury. injured his leg, I believe. He tore a ligament or something in his leg. But anyway, other than that, man, this was cool, bro. Shout out to everybody who went into the Hall of Fame this past week. Like I said, Sharmell, Undertaker, Steiner Brothers, Shad Gaspard, R.I.P., and Big Van Vader, R.I.P., man. You know, other than that, what else can I say? WWE on fire. AEW is looking a little slow over there. Let's see what y'all got coming up next. All right, we're out. Stephon Devereux Show. Angry Kids 24/7 Radio. Don't forget, go to ProWrestlingExpress.com. Also go to AngryKids247Radio.com for more information on shows, more information on what we're doing behind the scenes, pro wrestling, whatever. But check us out. Drop us a link or tell us how. Drop us a comment, tell us how. All right, I want to thank you for joining me. Stephon Devereux, we are out.